Ladies and gentlemen, introducing, they call him Mr. Pump. They call him Mr. Every Single Day. He's known as the Cal Ripken of cryptocurrency. The everyday hitter, never quitter. Some call him the breather of life. The crypto lifer, everybody! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. That was such an introduction as Bitcoin comes with a pump here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's get that intro. I'll see you in a second. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's get it going. And today is a beautiful day to be alive. And we just called that nice little pump for Bitcoin. Is it sustainable? And I'm up a nice little chunk here. Are we going to hold these I was going to hold these gains to the upside here for Bitcoin. We're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's break it down right here, right now for you. And I got my lemon shirt on, baby. My pink lemon shirt. It actually lets see it's green screen affected, so it's gonna be some fun. We're gonna be able to see the charts through my shirt. It's gonna be interesting. I'm not afraid though. Let's have some fun. Let's see how it works. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Bitcoin 108,895. Looked like it was gonna get a huge bump to 109. Right now we were just at 109.50. Subdued slightly here. We're gonna show you the flag that I'm looking at on weeks. So I made a trade on weeks. Why did I trade on a Sunday? What was I thinking? Who would trade on low liquidity Sunday? Why did I believe we were going to get a pump? How am I up $448 on $1,200? How did I make 35% gains? I've been in the trade for maybe a couple hours. My friends came over. I opened up the trade. I made enough to pay for everybody's meal that came over. Had a blast. How did I do it? Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. How am I making almost $500 on a Sunday afternoon? Just kind of nonchalantly. And how is this flag possibly going to continue to break to the upside? I don't know, but it looks like we may get a bump to the upside. Remember, I said we would be in this green box when I came back today. I said we would make a right shoulder. Look at what happened today. If you were with me earlier today, okay, I said watch the 15-minute. I said we're going to look for the right shoulder on that 15-minute, right? Did I not? I said, look, we're going to look for this right shoulder. I said, if we get the breakout, I felt like we might not even break out to the right shoulder, but dang. And then I said we'd be somewhere in this green box. We ripped up past the green box, so I was wrong. It's higher than I thought we would be. But I was bullish, as you can see, on the prediction. We did get the pump to the upside. It looked hairy for a second. We got this nasty dump, and then they pulled a bullish divvy, and they ripped it to the upside. I gave a trade to the trading group. I said this is likely going to pump back to the upside. I even said bullish divergence on the 1 hour. I see a bounce coming, and showed my green box, showed the fact that I could see us making a move to the upside here for Bitcoin. Then I saw the 1 minute chart had crossed the 200 MA and created what I call the model, which told me there was going to be a pump up to 108,000. We continued that move. And so the smaller time frames and the bigger time frames gave me the positional strength. Look, I'm looking for the bounce here, and I showed the entry with the stop loss and the take profit, and I was in. And now I am up, about $400 $1,052 at about $108,917 for Bitcoin as we speak. So that's how you do it, folks. You have conviction, you have a model, you stick to it, and you trade no matter what. And look, that's an inverted head and shoulder that broke to the upside too as well, with the measured move, the length of the base of the pole, and that thing did exactly what it was supposed to do. And if you trade the way you're supposed to trade, and you trade the patterns you're supposed to trade, then you will see the moves that you were supposed to see over and over again, and over time, you'll just start to get in line, so to speak. Look how nice this little lemony drink is going to look. It's going to make you want to have a drink. Look at that. And this isn't alcohol, so. Mamma mia. So, am I still in the trade? Yeah, I am. So I'm going to break down your weekly candle, and we're going to have fun. And I didn't say it yet, but I said candle. It's good enough, though. I'm going to break down your weekly candle. Interesting. I got away with that. And we're going to watch this flag here on the 5-minute time frame. Still a good chance that this bull pennant on the 5 does break out. Good chance it could dump too. We're in the Sunday fun day. But, you know, and that would be a break back to 110. Be a ferocious pump here on a Sunday night. So we're watching to see if this flag can break out on the 5-minute, or am I going to get stopped out? So what I did is I put my stop right below the flag. I don't want to lose too much. So I put my stop loss right there. And if it starts to falter and leave the trend line, I may just take the profit. But I'd love to be able to ride this puppy if it does break up to the upside. So I'm trying to get the best of both worlds here. Trying to play two ends against the middle and get the lovely pump and still get the gainer. So I'm in position to raise this. Like, I might raise it up here. I wouldn't want to, though. If we start to pump, I'm raising this into the middle section until we get the bigger move here further to the upside, and it takes us all the way to 110,277 for BTC. That's just the bigger level that I'm looking for Bitcoin. And that's, you know, resistance there too at about 109,250. And look, it's nonstop. To make these gains, to make constant money the way I do, it's constant, right? I'm on it in the morning. I was looking at it throughout the day, paying attention. I cooked a big meal for family and friends. We had a blast. We had steak fajitas in the backyard. It was awesome. And it was a blast, yeah. Matrix Mike, and I run a trading group. If you want to go to cryptolifer.com, you can find out more. He's talking about it right here. He says, your 99, which is the trading group, has been transformational for my trading career. I highly recommend joining if anyone's on the fence. Trust me, you'll be thanking me later. It's a secret pit of knowledge that most people just don't think they'd ever fall into. And it's unbelievable. And I can't believe I'm the one that actually got to find such a group. You know, it's an amazing group. I got the lemon shirt on. We got the lemon here. We're drinking the lemon spinny drifty. And it's all love. God bless everybody here on the live. I'm happy I bought 4,000 shares of Metaplanet. Wow. I mean, why you just buy Bitcoin? But I get it. I'm happy that you're supporting anyone who supports BTC. All right. Anyone with opinions for the sake, I love BitNX. It's really nice. I like the way you can jump in, jump out. Right now, I think I'm about to make a trade on BitNX, and I'll show you how and why. Well, right now, what I like about this trade here, so I already have my scalp cooking, and I already got that other trade going, so I don't want to get too crazy, but I'd like to see this move here, and I'd like to see us get back to the upside. And heck, I'll ride it back to 111,950, right? 545 is all I really need, it says. Stop below the 200 MA on the 15, which is 107,894. Right there would be 2 for 5. Not the best. I'd like almost 2 for 6, though. A little shy. It wouldn't be the worst. But I'm not getting my 3 to 2 for whatever reason. It must be a little lower. I'm putting something in. 107,894. No, yeah, it is 953. It is 953. I knew that. Yeah. I was about to say, that's what I saw. Yeah, there's 2 for 667. As long as you stay above the 200 on the 5, the 21 crossing suggests that you will. And I could wait for this to touch the 21 to be actually perfect. But that's the trade. And so I'm going to let that sit. But I believe that, that's something and again, I always like to set my trade a little earlier than I have to. 4:30, we're still in the flag. I didn't get stopped out yet. But now it's starting to play games with the idea that we could break out. It's starting to kind of round a little too much. It starts to bend, it's like rolling over. And then it's an Adam and Eve. This crazy thing is you're close to a bull pennant. And then what I've learned is like you're about to be in a bull pennant. You're about to rip. And then you could just turn and you're in an Adam and Eve. Look at that. So fast, right? So the bounce in the next few minutes would be really crucial. And see right there, it tells me they're going to stop hunt now. And I'm just going to take my quick 400 bucks, right? And they got me right there. And maybe they stop hunt and they pump. So be it. I don't expect to even make money. It was a beautiful day trade. I'll take it. I never thought they was even going to pump today. I had a hope, hope, but on Sunday, you never think you're going to get the volume. So look at that. They did us dirty immediately, and they stop hunted anyone that traded this. Now, remember, on BitTineX, I waited. I'm using the 15-minute to trade this. So I'd like to see this kind of level off. I'd like to see these kind of wick and turn into a flag here on the 15. Whenever I see them stop hunting, I just kind of zoom out to a bigger time frame. Most people won't trade the 15. They're going to trade the 1, the 5. They're going to be hungry on that 100x lev, 50x lev, right? This is humble. When you're on the bigger time frame, you start playing humble. The humbler you are, the more likely you're going to win because they go after the greediest people. I thought about that one day. I was like, wow, if I trade humbly, I'm mathematically less affected because they're going to go after the greed. And bang, that's exactly what's been going on, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Share on your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're here with Sam Price, the crypto lifer. The price is right. I said it. We're looking for this bounce here on the smaller time frames for that love. Look, now they're getting it. They stop hunted me. Now maybe they're going to move in it. Channeling. I'm going to stick to the 15-minute here on BitTineX and make this trade when the trade. And I hit this trade, it's going to be awesome. Look at that. They just went down dirty fast. Let's get into what we're here for. You know what we're here for, Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. Close. Weekly candle close over here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here and kicking it with the lifers. We love y'all. Thank you for the awesome beat. Everyone seems to love the suit today. We appreciate you. Let's take someone wrote ERV. I love you guys. I love y'all. Okay, so Bitcoin could be getting the bounce here. Now this flag looks like it's right and ready to pump. That was just a false move there. It makes me want to kind of jump in now. I like that quick cash grab. I'm going to take my odds 188 for 670 here on the trade. Stop loss below the 200 MA with the 21 crossing and the hope of a bigger pump here on the 15-minute time frame. Let's get into our weekly candle close. Let's talk about everything that we see. Let's break it down. Let's have some fun. We're also going to look at the week ahead, get ourselves ready for what's happening so we're prepared. See what could be throwing us a curveball, what isn't, and what we should be looking for. We opened the week at 106,454 and 27 cents. Not bad. The high was 111,980 even. Beautiful, huh? 102,000 was the low. So the high was 111. We went all the way down to 102,000 on the week. I almost don't even believe that. Is that really true this week? And the candle closed at 109,004, up $2,549.93, up 2.43%. So we opened at 106. We closed at 109. It was a beautiful week. Big close at the end there. It was looking a little sketchier than it was towards the end of Sunday. We came out on top there for Bitcoin. Now we're getting a little bit of a move to the downside, right? Oh, no, our entry. Oh, because our entry was good at 786. Oh, it was a good thing. Well, we waited to the 7/8. I didn't chase there. So the weekly looks strong. Look at the 777s, volume 19777. But so that's beautiful. It was a strong green candle, and we closed above weekly support. That was just made the previous week at 104.5. We actually made another weekly support really between these two candles, but big move. Little bit of a wick to the downside there, so a sell-off from the top could create a tweezer. So let's look at the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is that we are going to pull back, and we're going to pull back pretty strong for the next 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And it's going to be something like this, then slowly up, and then we're going to have this shoulder, this head, this kind of right shoulder, and then we're going to break out somewhere by the end of July. But, you know, for June and July, we're going to have a tough 2 months. And that makes sense. June and July are usually horrible, slow, and just, you know, you just got to get through. There are 2 months you just got to get, they're like, you got to get through them. You know, you look at your charts when you can. You know, most people with money are out hanging out with their family, going on yachts around the world and stuff. You know what I mean? They don't give a dang. So the market gets a little slow. I've seen it year at time, and maybe this time is different. 2019, I saw an altcoin pump. That was really crazy. Maybe one other summer. So here's your worst case scenario. Your best case scenario is that you go sideways here. And then your worst, or your best worst, or the best case is you kind of trade up. I believe, and I could be wrong, that it's highly unlikely we just go on a massive pump next week. Maybe we do, though. I could eat my own words and have a huge pump here, but it's more likely we begin to consolidate. What a massive move we've been on for a while, and we're just a little far away from the 21-day moving average. Wouldn't be surprised if the weekly began to slow down here, and that was our local top for the next, I'd say, 8 to 9 weeks, something like that, before we begin our next move further to the upside. And again, it's not so bad no matter what we do, even on the biggest pullback. If I put like a fib here and we come back to the 618 right there, we still have this beautiful leg to the upside. And that still brings us to about 137K by September 1st, by the end of the summer. So even if we get a nasty 5 weeks of dumpage and it's horrible pain, Bitcoin's still at a higher place at the end of the summer. Vegas, baby, can't wait to meet you and the other lifers. God is love, man. Thank you. Rich people take the whole summer off. These lucky sons of greats say the great people, the greats never take a day off, no matter what. Isn't that amazing? If you have a job you love, you never have to stop doing it. Shout out to the people that love what they do. Shout out to the hustlers of love. The passion creators. Man, really love the suit, man. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to everybody here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Very nice of you. And look what happens when you go on a whim. You do something different. I saw this the other day. I said, man, I'm going for it. I'm gonna bring this to Vegas, man. I'm wearing this thing to Vegas. I'm just trying it out. Everyone loves it. It's going in the suitcase. It's going to Vegas. Wow, ZBCN still booming to the upside. Let's take a look at 5 days so we can get to those altcoins. You're getting me give me FOMO right now for the altcoin. Again, 5 days away from the 21. You know, it doesn't like to cook too long away from it before it starts to kind of hang out or do something. And that 3 day with that first tweezer bottom, but nice bounce there. So what we're looking for really on the 3-day is just something like this. Just like 9, 10 days, maybe 12 at the most. Give us some sideways price action, pull the 21 up, and then let's just get ready for our next big pump. That's all we're asking. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of consolidation. Let the altcoins know that we're going sideways, but we're going to pump again. You know what I mean? So there's no fear. It's just sideways. That's what altcoins love. That way everyone can go run in their altcoins and not worry about getting stopped out every 5 seconds. And they can ladder in, and that's going to bring more liquidity to the alts, which give the alts their pump. And it's like safe haven. I call it when the cat's away, the mouse will play. It's kind of like when Bitcoin's sideways, the alts will fly. This is what I want to see. This is what I'm looking for. This is the best case scenario, personally. Nice sideways price action, good consolidation. You know, usually they'll make some type of wacky pattern, right? And it won't be so easy, but it would be nice if like they did the daily a few weeks back when they just did this beautiful flag right here. No funny business, no stop out, and it just did exactly what it was supposed to do. This one was pretty close to it too. That's all we want. No BS, just a cool measured move out of flag. That's all I want on the 3-day chart. Can you give it to me, Bitcoin? Yes, we can. Can I? You know. Let's take a look at our daily now. And I'm really digging this update. Anyone else? I'm getting a lot of good insight, good energy from the update, good vibration. And I mean, the daily near the 21-day moving average, very good sign that the trend is your friend. Still in a beautiful uptrend. This may get tighter than I think. It might only take a couple days. It might take like 5 or 6 days and we're out of here. Again, the measured move here is smaller. Bing, but that takes you to 119K. So I'm eyeing $119,000 Bitcoin in about 5 to 6 days. 4 days maybe tops. And I see sideways price action for bitty Bitcoin. And now we're getting the pump like you would believe here. Out this flag to the upside. I only wish I could have stayed in the week's trade. Well, I got the 15-minute. I'd like to scalp this 5-minute. Far riskier on the weekend, though. But Sunday night volatility has been coming in strong. I'm on weeks. If you want to trade where I trade, see, you could trade with 1x levy, too, and that's no levy. And it's basically like trading spot. I just thought about that one day. I'm like, oh, if I want to trade spot, I could trade 1x. That looks like it's going 110,061. See, smaller price actions. And I'm a little late to the party there with the breakout to the upside, but we did get this scalp on BitTinex ripping. Look, I'm the king of, I mean, that's 16% pretty fast. Pretty awesome, right? See if we get the fall through. Usually when the 21 crosses the 200, there's like an 80% chance you're going to continue to pump here. I'm eyeing 110,900. I really am. Wow, nice pump out of weeks here too. I was late to the party here. Wish I had made that decision a sec. I almost thought I did. It slipped my mind here. 108,474 for BTC. What do I know? I'm just a trader guy. That's a breakout, man. That thing is ripping just like it was supposed to out the flag. Man, they nailed me at that little stop. Had they just, Can you believe that? It's okay. I'm grateful for my win. But dang, right? I'd be up like 600 already. Now this thing is starting to rip beautifully. That's a big breakout. I like what I'm seeing here. Baller suit today, Sam. Love the pump. Let's go. Subscribe and join the 99. Shout out to Milligan's Travels. Thank you so much. Go to CryptoLifer.com to find out more. The place to be where I gave the trade just now that's still pumping to the upside here on that 1 hour breakout of the falling wedge to the upside. She popped. I'm live. It's funny. I typed this so fast as I ran in the room. Bitcoin popped. Gains, baby, gains. Look at the size of that thing. 109.2 now. Bitcoin pumping all the way back. I would never doubt Bitcoin in these crazy times. People that are shorting are crazy. Sammy's going to fly like a flamingo. Oh, yeah, baby. Leverage actually benefits the broke, believe it or not. Up to you. Hey, if you have no money, I agree. If you have nothing, you have $100. It's almost the only way to dig out, really. But hey, I started with nothing though, with no levy, and just slowly swung trade and got myself into things, saved my money, DCA'd long term. You can also DCA long term. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just going over the ways people in the past have actually made it. A lot of the money I made was through DCAing long term as well. Yeah, they're going to do all good trade deals, and they're going to be great for us, man. I'm telling you, they're going to be really, really good for the U.S. Now we're up 28% on the trade that I just gave you. That's insane, right? Look, we can begin to move the stop loss pretty close to break even. Look at that. I move my stop loss to break even now. Why not? Now I'm covered. I can't lose any money on the trade. Only thing I can do is gain 14 beans. Let's see where this thing, because if that closes, we're going to continue to get a rip. If it just goes up and down, so be it. It's fake out. Tariff pump. Let's take a look here. DCA all day long, baby. 109,220. Sammy called the pump in the trading group. That's why you joined a trading group. We never took a day off. We never took an afternoon off. I even said in my group, I'm going to be on for most of the day. I still gave a trade, right? I never miss, baby. I might miss sometimes. I don't want to say never, but I hit basically 99% of the time. I'm hitting, baby. We're going to keep pushing it every single day here on this channel. We do not stop. There's no reason to. Look, and this is the falling wedge that I believed was going to break out. It told me it was going to break out. I said, everyone, it's so simple, everyone. Let's just trade this simple stuff. It says there's a 68% chance this breaks to the upside. That's it. Let's trade it. My finger hit the dial there. I'm a simple person. I do the most simple thing the chart tells me to do, and it pays over and over again. Like here, I wanted to make it simple with no indicators. I see this simple wedge, right? Bitcoin, the falling wedge is a 68% chance of breaking to the upside. I mean, at the time, we were sitting at 107,600. It's just telling us we're going 114, right? I mean, look at the breakout. Since I posted that, it's pretty awesome. And then right after I posted that, we started to move. Actually, no, I posted that this morning I posted that at 9:36. I posted that before the live stream. Crazy, right? So my first thing today that I saw was a pump, and we got it. Here we are almost 12 hours later, and bang, 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 baby. Now we have a resistance right here. We're getting into 109,003. We break through that. We're at least getting back to this resistance here at 110, 111K. And we'll go from there. You can see a lot of liquidity up to 110,004. A lot of people went short, and there's a lot of places to gobble up their liquidity. We could eat them alive up there. So I don't know if I'd like to be short up there with that group. There is a very close red right here. I'll give it to you. About 105,000, 105.8. But there's, a lot of people decided they were going to short this market, and they were the smart guys. I just trade them a falling wedge. I don't know anything else. I don't try to be a smart dude and predict what's happening. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. But Sam, you told us it was going to go up and it went up. You're the best predictor ever. I've never seen someone predict the market better than you. And every day you say you know nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing. Sweet prediction, soul prediction, Kaz, 28. Wow, sweet of 50 cents. That would be awesome. I mean, at $50. I didn't find trading found me. That's pretty cool. Break her down, please. God bless and hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I think it was just a nicotine. I don't know if you ever smoked cigars. I think I just had a nicotine rush. Had too much cigar, maybe a sugar rush combined, something, and it threw my body off. I was fine within an hour or two, but for about an hour, I felt like I was literally going to just completely pass out. Definitely, and then I got the heat sweats. It was definitely, and when I remember it now, my mind was like, it was probably the nicotine. So beautiful breakout here for Bitcoin. I'm ecstatic to say I called it today in my group, and look, this looks like an Adam and Eve double bottom. And to me, that looks like a beautiful breakout to the upside. And these break out about 90% of the time. So I stay in the trade that I'm in. I think this looks like it's going to continue to pump here, possibly up to 112K. Best trader in crypto history, man. God bless you, man. Thank you. You don't have to say that, but that's nice of you. I'll take it. Hey, I always take a compliment. 105 billion short on Hyperliquid. Liquidation is 110,300. And we may just go and eat them alive. Yeah. Sammy Price, cue the fireworks, bullish engulfing, and a Trump tariff pump. Straight to the moon, Cryptic Rick, man. And I don't know how we do it. We just keep doing it, right? Like, people would show to this channel, like, he's long again. How did he call? He didn't do it again. There's no way he calls longs 6 out of 7 days a week, every single time. How does the guy do it? And he's like, he does, though. He does, though. He does. Tap out about to explode. Yeah, let's take a look at HAT. Thank you for saying that, because it was on the mention. It was on the mention. ICTAI about to rip. This is my baby, my sweetheart, my lovey-dovey. I'm in this for 20K. I'd like to make 20,000 when it goes to 20 cents. That's the plan. And I'm sticking to it. And if that happens, then it'll be 20K for the month right there. All right, just paid your class on the 28th. Very excited. You have boosted my self-confidence tremendously. For the lessons insight, the Night Crew squad. God bless you, man. Thank you for the Night Crew. Well, you on the Night Crew with me, man? You on the night shift? Shout out to Rob Roman. Roman, God bless you, Rob Roman. Thank you, brother. Sugar under the tongue, and that nicotine sickness goes away quickly. Been smoking cigars for years. Sugar under the tongue. Interesting. That's interesting. XDC, please. Do you ever get that sickness now still after years of doing it? Casper the Dream, cast the crypto innovative, but nobody cares. I know, right? It's a good way to put it. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And it does what it does. Anyway, we got to get ready to see what's happening this week. So this is my trade of the week. TARS AI to 20 cents. You heard it here first. Stop losses anywhere between 7, 9, and if you're super crazy, 10 cents. But, you do whatever makes you happy. You do whatever makes you happy. Sammy got the non-suit mixed with the Tony Montana over here. Hey. It's Miami Vice over here. But blessings on blessings to everybody out here. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at these altcoins. Ethereum, BTC. Let's have some fun. Did you watch my macro technical analysis video? Did you break it down for yourself? The DXY, like we said, continuing its pummeling to the downside, and that's exactly what we talked about. And now let me make you excited for your altcoin. Shoulder, head, right shoulder for the DXY. This thing is about to go down the tubelets. I said tubelets to make you laugh, but it's on the way to the tubelets. Can you find some more info on BUSD? I'm making crazy gains and can't find anything. Let's dig a look. BUSD just continues to pump up another 30% today. How's Cookie doing? Cookie's still in their game too. And it's just B, bro. Just B, man. Remember, it was for BNB number 1, right? When we looked at it. Not verified on CoinMarketCap. And look, now the bot is in the game. The bot never misses, man. Never misses, bro. That long now is going to give it some nice, fat, chunky gains. And if you want to jump into the bot, this thing trades for me. It's a cryptocurrency trading system. You can trade on any asset, really. It's just a trading system, and I run it on Bitcoin. You can run it anywhere you want. You can sign up to the link. And I think one of my moderators has the link if they can post it. If not, if you just go to my Twitter, it's on my pinned or my x.com. Funny, I always keep calling it the Twitter. The Twitter. The x.com. If you go to x.com and find me at CryptoLifer33, you'll see me chilling. And my stakes, yo. Oh yeah, I took the pinned comment. Dang. Anyway, I gotta get the link. This is crazy, right? So funny. These are all his. Oh my god. Big pump here, big, beautiful. Hey, all love to it, man. You know, Adam and Eve double bottom to the upside as we talked here for Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this B, man. Just make gains off it. It's on MEXC, so who cares, right? We put it in the flag and it broke out the flag. Yeah, there you go. Look at, we saw this thing moving. It was a new coin. Solid had made a flag. There's your, you know, boom, and it pumped. It looks like it's going to 55 cents. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I say when it comes to these coins. Let's take a look at Forex Factory and see what's happening for the week ahead here. We'll flip it to next week and get ourselves ready. All right, Monday. Bank holiday in some places. In the U.S., it's a bank. Oh, yeah, bank holiday. It's Memorial Day weekend. Monday, the banks will be closed. Expect markets to be slow. I believe the markets are traditional markets are closed in a Memorial Day weekend, too. Right? I believe Memorial Day, President's Day. Memorial Day, May 26th. The stock market will be closed. Usually makes Bitcoin kind of go somewhat sideways, but it may give Bitcoin some power here. Like now, it's getting a pump while nobody's paying attention, which is pretty awesome. Out of this smaller flag, we made the trade earlier. The flag is booming to the upside. 15-minute bull flag here, and a flag on the top of the 200 is bullish. 38% gains. Now, I wish I went even harder. Wow, up 133%. This thing is ripping to the upside. You saw us make it. The stop loss is in profit right now. We can't lose the trade. I did this live in front of you. I showed you how to make gains live and secure the win. I do this all the time on this channel. I constantly go in live and then show you how to put the stop loss. I use stop losses. People think stop losses don't work. I use them all the time and show you how to use them to make sure you don't lose. It's better than losing constantly, right? I mean, you do you, but I'm going to use my stop losses. So back to the 1 hour time frame, it's getting overbought, but it looks like it's got that love, and we could get a continuation pump here. And that brings us to this flag on the 15-minute that we just saw. And so that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this flag to continue further to the upside here on the 15 and send us to about the target there at 110,800. From there, we'll reconvene, but then Bitcoin will be back above some key levels. It'll kind of shrug off the fact that it's going down to like 102, 104, and it's gearing up back to 112,000. As I showed you, I just need that daily to go sideways, you know, that 3-day chart to go somewhat sideways and get ourselves ready, all right? You just mentioned Sammy's name around here. Doors open. Bitcoin Elvis. Are you serious? Are you joking, man? Man, you're making me feel like a celebrity over here. Shout out to Crypto Billy, man. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you. Oh, you're with the Lifer? Oh. You didn't know. You didn't say you were with the Crypto Lifer. That's a different story. You know, like, hey, can we come in? No. We don't know you. Get out of here. You're dirt. You're nothing. You're mud. We don't want to look at you. But I know, I'm good friends with Crypto Lifer. Saying, oh. What did you just say? Oh, you're friends with the Lifer? Oh, yo. Get him in here. Get him in here. Open. Hey, get a red carpet. Get this guy in. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I would never offend a friend of the Lifer. Oh, man. I can't wait, man. I'm getting my Vegas personality ready. You know what I mean? I got to take over the strip. You know? Hey, watch yourself over there. Give me a cigar, kid. We're going to have fun. It's going to be a good time. Can't wait to see each and every one of you that is ready and willing to chill and hang out in Vegas. Shout out to my bodyguard. Can't wait to see all my awesome people out there. Sammy Gambino. Hey, Genevieve. Hey. I saved myself with a stop loss I needed 2 nights ago and half my Doge. Hey, there you go, man. Thank you, Sam. Hey, God bless. Exactly. Hey, Crypto Billy. Sammy's the crypto daddy over here. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited. I might even get picked up from my good friend Rob, man, out of Sin City. You're an Oracle Crypto Lifer. Could you do a breakdown of Solana, please? Loving the 99. So helpful, just all around. Great stuff, good stuff. Hey, Triple P Life, man, I love you. That's one of the coolest super chats I ever had. I like the way you wrote that. Just nice. It's just a nice way to talk to someone, man. God bless you. Thank you so much. That's very nice. You got a lot of respect for yourself. God bless you, brother. All right, let's keep it moving here. Let's take a look. I didn't even think we had that many super chats. Wow, speak of the super chat. Join the trading group. Thanks for the technical analysis. God bless you, man. I appreciate it. Hope you locked in some profits with the life for 109,300 as we got a double pump. I heard Sailor's going to make a big buy tomorrow. Thank you, Sam. Glad you're feeling better tonight. Sailor's going hard on the bank holiday. You know how he is. Just for being you, Sam. Also digging the suit. Thank you for the $2, Victor. That's coming back to you tenfold. You didn't have to give, but you did. Shout out to Gary Bifulco. Thank you, Gary. God is love. Vegas, baby. Can't wait to meet you. Oh, it's going to be great. Baller suit. Thank you, man. Live pump. Like and subscribe. Join the 99. Thank you for the 10 pound. Can we chart TARS AI, Sam? All coins need some love. TARS is about to move. It's getting tight. You saw the flag. I don't really got much to say. It's in the flag, ready to rock. Alan B asks about ZBCN. He says, break her down, please. God bless and hope you're feeling better. And we're going to stop there for a second and jump into ZBCN. Bitcoin, 109,400. This pump is starting to get pretty serious. It's saying, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Rip to the upside. Let's go. Let's go. And before you know it, this thing could be, I mean, ripping. I mean, it's ripping as we speak. We're about to go to 109,005. The shorts are getting smashed. And you know not to short a flag above the 200 MA when the 21's crossing. Otherwise, you just don't know what's happening. Like, I study that as my model. People actually short my model, which I know has a 90% rate of going up, and they short it against themselves. If I was in their back pocket, I could save so many people money. I'd be like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. That's against the probabilities of 1,000 trades. What a day it is to be alive, though, huh? Look, I made $400. I'm up another $3. Now I'm up $530 on the afternoon. Just an afternoon. You gotta love it. Trading on B2Next and Weeks. Link. Both of them have links here. Look how that puppy played out. And the target there is $110,061. I don't see why we can't get there. To the upside, baby. To the upside. And let's take a look at ZBCN from my buddy here, Alan B. Alan, thank you so much for coming to the show and sending in a super chat. That's just super cool. You made the whole show awesome by doing that. You know, if everyone did that, think about how great. I mean, a lot of people do. So I saw ZBCN breaking out of this flag to the upside, right? I said it's likely to kind of go sideways here and get ready for its next bigger pump. Look at on the 30-minute, the 15-minute. We talked about it today on the live, and I saw it doing this and then breaking out and headed to 005. It's on the way. It did exactly like I said it would do, bouncing off the 618 golden pocket. I said you could buy here, it's high risk, but I'd rather buy right there after it gets sideways, and that's exactly what it did. And it created a beautiful buy. This thing will not stop. And I see it headed to 005. I don't chase, though, if you're not in already, but man, what a beautiful pump out the flag. And we talked about it earlier today. We gave you this trade live on the stream. I don't know what else I can do. Like, someone can run their mouth and say, join my group, or they can give you live trades in the morning, come back at night, and then rectify what happened. I mean, I do that all the time. Shout out to Rob Roman. Thank you for paying for class. God bless you again. Thank you for that super chat, too. You didn't have to give, but you did. And you said something nice. And not only did you pay for my services, but then you said something nice on top of it. I mean, the nicest people in the world are coming here every day. It's unbelievable. What happened to my baby, XDC? Just fell out of the flag to the downside. Never wanted to hold that position. Now, I haven't looked at it in a while anyway, but let's just... You know, of all coins, this thing looks bearish. Everything else is like in a good spot, and this thing just doesn't look amazing. It's oversold, but man, it's pretty beat. It's got a rounded top. I don't know if they just had an issue. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this coin got hacked to the way, I shouldn't say that, but, spread rumors. But you know what I mean? It just doesn't look amazing. I don't own any of this coin. I own XCN. For a second, I almost got the... I was like, whoa. Look, it looks like shoulder, head, right shoulder, shoulder, head, right shoulder, dipping. It just made a head and shoulder here and lost the trend line. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. That hasn't moved down. I mean, I see this going to the very bottom and then possibly even going lower. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to 04277, but it looks definitely going to double bottom there at 06. I wouldn't touch this coin with a 10-foot pole. There's so many better projects out there that look so much nicer. But again, it is what it is, and I hope I hope it works out. Can you try to find info on BOC? I'm making crazy games and can't find anything. I'll figure out what it is. B. Let's see here. Bitcoin ripping 109,500. We're doing the D 573. Woo-wee. Let's go. 47% gains live in front of you, locking in the profits after you see me just locked in profits again. Which I wish I did. I wish I didn't get hit there. I'd be up huge right now. But bang, bang, bang. Whoa. Whoa. Spread your love. Man, what a move there. And hear what I'm saying now. XCN looking nice, like it's about to pump out the flag. XCN looks a lot like our baby ZBCN. Right? Looks like this thing's about to make a move. I'm in this coin just long term, not even just swing trading, but I see a 94% gain coming out of XCN. That's consolidation. I could be wrong. You know, have your own plan, your own measured move, whatever you got, have proper risk management. But this thing, dude, 109,700. I mean, what else can I do? I just gave you the perfect entry out this flag for Bitcoin. Sunday night, I do this on Monday, I do this on Tuesday, I do it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, man. We do this all the time. And if you took my entry here back on the 1 hour time frame, you know, just kind of going out the flag that this flag was going to break out back here at 106,600. You're up the money. Bitcoin's up $3,000 from the call. I mean, from the call. That's ridiculous. I gave this in the live stream, everybody. We talked about it. Went over the ideas of the plans and the tips and tricks and the thoughts that I had, and they stayed true. I did not waver. I didn't take days off. I kept pushing every single day, no matter what. There is no May class, but you could buy a recording if you're hungry and you can't wait. I apologize for that. There should be. I want one. I don't know. My team switched it. It's something about traveling, but I figured we could have fit it in. I didn't trade Bitcoin until I saw you hitting 8 out of 10 recently. I hit my biggest trade on Bitcoin, 3,500. Thanks, bro. You gave me confidence. Hey, Wayne, I love you, man. Yeah, if you keep going, you see how much I hit. You see that the trades play out. Sammy Gambino is the truth. You show and prove day in and day out, selflessly showing up for your community. Nothing but respect for you, sir. Can you break down ADA real quick, please? I will. So ZBCN, XDC, and a breakdown on Solana, please, from Triple P Life. And see if Bitcoin can hold this sustainability here. On a Sunday at night, I usually just take profits. Like, that's amazing to be up 167 now. It's just volatile. Sunday nights are heavy volatile. So I'm going to lock in the profits there no matter what. Make sure I got it locked in. And then whatever happens later on. If it continues to pump, so be it. I'm grateful for whatever gains I do get. Let's see if this can keep me in or I'm going to get out. I love this. I'm going to test if this candle can just continue to rip through. It's usually there's going to be some type of wick there, especially after a massive move. Would have liked to have sold the top at 107,791, but it's okay. I don't have to be greedy. I just have to continue to make more money than I put in each time and compound my wins. I'll take 46% every day of the week and be super grateful for it. There they got me. There you go. And that was definitely a pretty quick pump. And on a volatile night, I look for this to consolidate yet again. And we're going to break that down in a split second. Yeah, so XCN looks good to me. Someone wants me to go over Solana. Let's look at Solana, big and small here. So I see a huge move coming for Sol. I just do. This is one of my favorite moves. When I see an asset running with the 21, about to cross the 200 MA, I see Solana about to make a monster pump to the upside, like a monster pump. like big enough that I would start to, and I usually don't even leverage trade Solana, but it would tell me to possibly open up a levy, open up a trade here, because there's just high probability we could win. Stop below this wick, 2.95 risk reward ratio. The take profit would be 228. The stop loss would be below like 160 if I could, 161. And see if I can get this puppy to absolutely rip to the upside. Solana. And bang. I mean, that looks beautiful to me. That's a trade I could be in for possibly 2 weeks, too. It could take 2 weeks. Maybe even 3. You never know. 4 or 5 more days of consolidation. It could double top and also dump, and, they might stop hunt everybody. You never know. Could stop hunt and then rip it. They could double bottom it and bump it. But if Bitcoin plays the role, which it is so far, oh, look at that. The sell I just sold, and it went all the way back to 109.3 on a dump. It's like I got this crazy trader instinct that just seems to know when that local pump is coming and when to take profits out of it. Sol looks really nice to me. I see a move for Solana. It's one of my favorite next bigger trade. Like I traded Bitcoin and I traded Ethereum twice now. I'm, gearing up to trade Solana. I like what I'm seeing for Sol. And that's Sammy's model right there on the bigger time frame. And just gearing up, getting ready, looking like the sauce that I'm willing to throw down. I like that right there for Solana. Put that in the alt section. Sol. And that's for the busy professional. That's a 2 to 3 week trade that takes a little while. That doesn't happen overnight. You could work a very busy job. You basically see it. You start to look for the parameters. Alerts go off. You can enter, People always claim they don't have time, but this trade literally would take 5 or 10 minutes to enter, set the parameters, and then just wait and watch it. And one day it's up there and you take profits. It's really simple stuff. If you look back and you think through some of the biggest trades you could have ever made, they were usually the simplest. Absolutely the simplest. Let me get back to the week ahead here. We didn't finish off. So we have the bank holiday starting off, which usually makes Monday false move Monday. So be careful. That usually throws the week off a little bit. It just is what it is. All right. Nothing crazy comes in at us. Some durable goods, though. Curable durable goods month over month. Yeah, but doesn't really usually leave a mark. FOMC minutes, which, the breakdown of kind of what happens. But nothing crazy. Thursday, I believe unemployment claims come in. All right. That's usually going to throw a little bit of a wrench in the move. And then do we have anything? And then we have core price index. We have PCE price index, which they actually look at pretty closely. The Fed does, right? And then we have personal income month over month, personal spending month over month. So Friday and Thursday, right? Thursday we have unemployment at 8:30 in the morning. Just want to make sure I'm not talking. Yeah, unemployment at 8:30 Thursday, and then Friday 8:30. So those 2 days, get your sticky notes out. Put them on your desk. Friday and Thursday at 8:30 in the morning, we will have volatility next week. And Monday, bank holiday, which could give us a false move Monday on Tuesday, which I've seen many times. So just, buckle up. It's going to be a different type of trading week. We got to get ready. It does look like it could be pretty bullish for Bitcoin. I'm expecting more sideways price action and for altcoins to have a little more fun, and Ethereum to kind of take a bit of a move this week. Looking for Ethereum to take a little more market share from Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at how and why that's going to happen. And I'm going to teach you a little bit of something here. So could it be cat ears? Yes. Or could it just be another bigger move getting ready for consolidation? ETH is starting to kind of make its bigger move up. A lot of people have spoken. A lot of money's been put into ETH around this area. And there tends to be a buy wall at the bottom for it. Again, it is it could very well double top, but the coolest thing about this is if it just bounces for the next couple days, it looks like 6 days from now, Ethereum's going to be on its next leg to begin its next leg. That's going to take it to $3,500. And that's how I see it. And that's another leg that I'm looking at for Ethereum. People got on in this wick too, and they're probably pretty happy campers considering they stuck to the higher low. US Tether dominance. Let's take a look at Tether dominance. We want to see this continue down. Got rejected by that 200 MA. It's a good sign that it could continue further to the downside, kind of making a bit of a flag here like so. Let that puppy just continue to dump. Rejection of the daily. When you lose the, right when you get fresh, even barely retested the daily 200 MA, you're ready to go down further to the downside. This is Tether dominance. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Lost the daily 200. Make that flag continue. So this is what I see, like 4 days of sideways price action. Same thing here. And then when Bitcoin and the altcoins rip, this dumps and takes that move down. And so we get this dump down while Bitcoin and the alts rip up. And it's business as usual here as the DXY continues to somersault further to the downside. So I like what I'm seeing here for the the US Tether dominance. Sorry, not the DXY, but Tether dominance. And this is how much money is in Tether. And if Bitcoin looks amazing and the altcoins look amazing, nobody wants to be in Tether. They want to, send as much money as they can into Bitcoin and these altcoins, but at the right time. And if you do it the wrong time, it can get you so emotional, you wreck yourself and don't use the money right. That's what they get everyone to do in crypto. It's very tight. That's why DCAing is really the king, because they can't get you emotional when you just take a piece here and there. And that's how I was able to beat the engine. There's got to be a way, man. You can't keep doing the same thing everyone else is doing. You're going to get chewed up like everybody else. There's got to be that humble discipline that's going to help you, separate you, and keep you moving. I found that in Bitcoin. It really got me to the next level. And I learned it was going to take me 10 years maybe to make my first mil. It might take some time. I was okay with that. I was willing to put in the work, put in the time, and just grind until I got there. And bang. Next thing you know, you look back. Once you get there, you can't believe it. But you were planning on getting there the whole time. But still, you're still in a shock one day when you wake up and you're like, my life is now finally changed. Like, it's not going to be the same anymore. And you know it. You're like, it's not, I did something big with my life. It can't go backwards now. Unless I do, let the devil in and start doing the wrong thing, break down my family values and lose. But like, as long as you stay true to yourself and God and your wife and kids, I mean, you're going to have a great life. Just don't let go of the things that got you there. My friend said that the same thing in so many words today. So yeah, thank you for that Soul tweet. Soul looks amazing. I like it. And thank you, Triple P Life, man. We love you, brother. Thank you. What do you think of Moodang's chart? It looks amazing to me, and we have one in the trading group. You should check it out. Yeah. Let's take a look at Cardano. And it's been a long road, a bunch of fun or something. I don't know. I try not to pay attention to nonsense. But I mean, what I did see was a beautiful ascending triangle that broke to the upside for Cardano. Look at that. Boom. Looks like some other things that I'm looking at. And then has this measured move, which it looks like it pretty much is about to go to. 50-minute has to slow down a little bit. Let's take a look at the bigger time frame for Cardano. So it's just doing what Ethereum's doing. Like, a lot of coins are kind of in this and the abyss here. I say, Bitcoin's going to go sideways, and this is going to be the bounce, last chance to buy these coins before they start to rip. You heard it here first. I believe this is your last chance to buy Cardano, and then it's going to start to make its campaign run back to $1. And I own Cardano, so of course I'm going to be a little more bullishly biased here, but even if I didn't own it, this is what I would say. I see a move up, and I see 99 cents coming for Cardano. I see it getting a bounce off the bottom trend line when Bitcoin goes sideways. Ethereum gets the move. It falls Ethereum. Boom, boom, boom. And we get this beautiful pump here for Cardano. Getting oversold on the daily too as well. Consolidating beautifully. I have that 4 hours above the 200 MA, which it is. It's riding it right now. Bouncing with a double bottom off the 4 hour 200 MA. 200 moving average. I mean, that's insanity. It's a very strong area of support that we're holding. And that's a giant double bottom, which looks like it may beautifully move further to the upside, somewhere up to here. All right. And that's what I see happening here for Bitcoin. For Cardano. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. And someone says, can you look at Sonic, which is SUSDT here. On most of the charts, that's a ticker, just S. You know, Sonic fell off. You know, Andre Condre in and out, people saying this and that. I don't even know what it, you know. And of all the coins, it has actually the worst chart. Other coins have like a stronger chart. It didn't hold support like other coins did. I don't know why. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder there too. Just nasty. It's going to need to bounce with everything. And you're going to basically hope that this is the exact bottom. Like it has to be bottoming here. Otherwise, it's just hanging out in the doldrums for a while. I used to love this coin. I think there's better out there though, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, there's a bit of a cup and handle. We're back to the upside, 76 cents from 45. And the whole market rips, it goes up. Let's take a look at AI16Z. What a great choice. See, this is a better coin with a real ecosystem and you know, and look, it bounced off the lows, came off the previous high, has some type of uptrend coming. There is a head and shoulder in a lot of these coins. You can see it, but it's almost like it. And so we're waiting for this bounce. Just in card, we're waiting for this bounce on everything. A bounce back here to the top of the channel. Looks like we may get it for Bitcoin, which way may get everything to go. Wow, man, our local sold that top nicely though. You can see now the 1 minute basically has a bit of like a head and shoulder pattern beginning to form. AI16Z looks a little sketchy. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. I need the bounce and consolidation. I need like 2 to 3 more days. Almost the entire market's got to do it for us. Let's take a look at ETH BTC. That's going to give us some more insight to see what's happening. And, you know, I'm going to know when the best time to get into altcoins is without saying anything, without being all, you know, all these people have this whole, I know when alt season is, follow me, listen to my thread, watch this. I don't know how to sell it and market it like everybody else, maybe with all their nonsense, but I do exactly what you need. So come to the channel. I don't put a bunch of fluff on it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to hit it. I mean, other guys, they'll tell you it's all season 100 times and then say they're right when it is. It's like, come on, man. I see ETH Bitcoin about to make a big move. I see Ethereum Bitcoin, like this could be your last chance. Look, this is it. It's either going to collapse or we're going to have some problems. So maybe sideways a couple more times. And I'm telling you, when ETH Bitcoin makes this move, that's its next leg up for the altcoins. And there's going to be a move. And you can see Tether wants to drop and the money's going to leave. And now let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. If that's going to give us a little pullback, I just see sideways price action, but it's better than nothing. So what I see happening here is Bitcoin dominance just going sideways for a little bit. And that's going to be at least not money. And then money's going to flow into, new money's going to flow into alts for the time being. And I see this going sideways and pumping in the next 2 weeks. What is a Bitcoin pair? It's when you buy Bitcoin, but then you buy the altcoin with Bitcoin, and you're able to sell that coin when the coin goes up and make money in your BTC. AAVE, please look, cup and handle. Which one looks better? AAVE AI or I mean, AI16 looks better in my humble opinion. Yeah. But hey, I see how you do. No double super chats though. I see what you did there. Try to get that double. I talked about AAVE just the other day. Pumping to the upside. Look at this beautiful flag off support. I gave it to the group and look at that thing gone, baby, gone. About to head to the target. And now look, I mean, you could say it either broke out or it's still inside this rising wedge. What happens when ETH's about to dump, people front run it by starting to get into DeFi protocols. And AAVE, last time, I don't know if you remember, but about I think it was about 10 months ago, nothing was pumping. And then AAVE did this crazy pump. And you could, and it's like AAVE's the first one, you know. Even when in that time the market really had nothing going on, AAVE just took a little bit of share, and then the market calmed down again. It's almost like they thought something was going to happen, so they revved it up, then they backed up. But they'd rather be safe than sorry. Same. So you'd rather be locked up and loaded. So I see AAVE going to 318. We put it there at 211. It's at 271. It's continuing to rip. That's up a beautiful like 35%. So you can't beat that. And I see more coming for AAVE to 318. Thank you so much. Wow, we got a lot going on tonight and a lot happening here. We took the BitTenX trade as we showed you we should. And look, it dumped ever since. I mean, beautiful sell up there. You got to do what you got to do. The other trade, we took out the money too. And we're grateful for the win. Over $500 live here in front of you guys on a Sunday night. I mean, that's awesome to get ready for the week ahead. If you like to trade where I trade, we do a cool, very convenient thing here. We got links right here in the pinned comment, Weeks, MEXC, and BitTinex. If you want to hit those links, I greatly appreciate that. It's where I like to trade. MEXC has the least amount of fees in the game. Weeks has pretty low fees compared to the rest of the market and is really good and good security. And BitTinex has higher fees, but a really good interface that I absolutely love. So, hey, you know, you pay a little more, but you get a really good package. So if you like that, all three are there for your, and I've gone through all the exchanges. I only really use the best ones with the best liquidity, the best experience, and I get the pick of the litter. So if I'm using it, there's a reason. Someone talked about just a chill guy. Now everything is doing what ETH did. It's either going to double top dumpy, or we're going to stay here in this mode here and get a nice little move. It's all about the pump, man. So either it's a gutsy call to get in right now, but you will miss this beautiful pump, and then they could side. But pump and sideways price action, that would be the safest bet to buy right there. Almost any coin that looks like this, and a lot of coins have this kind of double bottom pump look right now. That quick little sell off to today, and then kind of held the level. Last minute little. So I wouldn't be surprised if this goes sideways and continues to pump. Worth putting an alert on right here, Chill Guy. And that's going to come back in the mix just like WIF did. Had all the way to 19 cents. Chill Guy. Yeah, 20 bits is a nice reason. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And thank you so much, Gotcha. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Yep. And people really want hi-fi. You're going a little hard, though, there. I'm not going to... Now you're spamming. I'm put you on timeout for 24 hours. No more spam, please. Okay, there we go. All right. So, wow. Now I see Bitcoin might be ready for a bit of a scalp here. Let's take a look. So I only move when the market tells me to, when the stochastics are bending, when the 21's touching, when it says, yes, I'm ready for my next pump. And the market can tell you by, probability. The pumps all look pretty much the same. The indicators will be in a very similar position for every pump. They'll be curving to the upside like so. You'll see this many, many times. Over and over again, they'll make the similar pattern. This would take me to 109,864. Stop would have to be at 109 even. I'd only risk about, I'm up 5, so 100 now. That's just 1 for 260 though. That's all you get out of that one. Interesting. You could put it up to 109, 117. That's 100 for 367. Yeah, I'll take another 300 out to trade it. That'd be an $800 night, And just, the key is not to be greedy. Everyone else wants to be so greedy. They make 500, then there was 500 for 15. They go home with nothing. I'm going to go home with something no matter what here. You know what I'm saying? So... Yeah, a lot to talk about tonight and a lot going on for Bitcoin. And again, the shorts getting flushed as suggested. And just no one likes to listen. And just this simple rising wedge, a falling wedge breaks to the upside like it was supposed to. Just simple TA playing out like it's supposed to yet again. I mean, you can't beat this. Let's take a look at our 5-minute time frame. Yeah, so the 5-minute to me is in this little flag that looks like it's going to break out hard. That thing's gone. Looks like I may have just got a golden entry here on this BitDinex call. Up another 5. I told you I'm the king of 3%. I'm up 5% again here on my next trade. Yeah, and hype will just keep ripping too, for sure. I don't see what will stop hype. We talked about hype in the bear market time. Said this is one of the stronger coins. I mean, you knew it was going to rip. Look, 39. I see it going to the next target here at about 47. We went over this. I can only give you so many gems on the weekend, man, but what a weekend it was, right? And this thing looks like it's ready to pump. We're going to start pumping into the week on a Sunday night. You can't beat that. That's how you start off the week with a bank holiday, though. We'll see. I'm looking for sideways price action and some altcoins to pump. And then in 5 days, you get the real big move. That's what I'm looking for. S&P futures. I see a bounce here, too, of course, right? A right shoulder and a break back to the upside, and then we consolidate over some time. But this is the beginning of the bounce that we called, and I see it continuing off that 200 MA too on the 2-hour time frame. So everything's kind of coming together here for Bitcoin. We looked at Bitcoin dominance. We looked at Tether dominance. We looked at Bitcoin. We looked at all coins. And we can see there's opportunity in this market for sure. I saw a bunch of setups that look beautiful to me and things that look really nice. Shout out to Jennifer Moffitt in the house. We love you, Jennifer. No one could have guessed the weekend holiday pump, but when you have Trump, hey, I've been saying we always have to pay attention on the weekends now. We just can't let it go, you know. Shout out to Alex O'Crypto. Hope you're well, Sam. God bless. Happy Sunday. God bless you and your family, Alex. And I hope you're going to be in Vegas. Can't wait to see you there, my friend. I got a surprise for you if maybe. You know what I mean? We'll see. If what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, my man Alex O'Crypto, if you can hang with the crazy... No, I'm just... I love you, brother. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Could we check out Trump coin? You know, I see a pump for almost everything that's moving now that Bitcoin's getting the move. Let's look at the Trump coin. Now, I wanted to see the pump here. We got the pump as I suggested we would, out the cup and handle on the bottom, all the way to 15. I mean, beautiful move from 12 to 15, but came back down and then had to bottom out again. Similar to what Ethereum's doing. And so you're just looking for that bounce one more time, but once you consolidate, that would be the last, in my humble opinion, consolidation. And then, I honestly, because it's going to move with ETH, and if ETH moves, Sol's going to move, and then if Sol moves, I don't see how Trump doesn't move. And so even though I don't own any, I'm not it's not really a big deal. You know, the coin itself is what it is. It's speculative. But the charts are telling me 25 cents is possible. I mean, $25 is possible for Trump coin. All right. One more nitro dump into double digits. I'm entering it, forgetting it for a while. Need some listings in hype. Hey. Right Wrong is a favorite song of mine. Hey newbie, gang. You're funny, man. My grandpa traded XRP in the 1940s. You're funny. Sam is the type of guy who showered with swimming trunks on. No, never. No. I love being in the numbers. Wow, Bitcoin's struggling. And that's what you get on a Sunday night. Right? Look at that. No. I'll stop. I'll get stopped out for $50 right there and just call it a night. Volatility for me is no need. Look, it's kind of shouldery. It's Sunday night. We're going to let the dust settle and come back in the morning, see what we see, and then begin our trading week. I wouldn't overdo it here Sunday night. I know I made some gains, but that doesn't mean I think it was hot. I just was prepared and it happened to go my way. That's all. All right. Someone says Cookie's breaking out. Alerts on Cookie. Cookie Dow. I saw Cookie ripping up to 31. I can't believe I made that call, and it did it. Unbelievable. A little sloppy and choppy here for Cookie if you look at it. And a little far away from the daily. So, like, same idea here. Like, if it does pump, how much more? I mean, it has a nice little flag here, though. Funny how it broke out with the stochastics. I see Cookie probably ripping to 47 before the daily decides to get its bigger pullback. But it already, now you're chasing green candles. I guess it would have to be some type of flag on the 15, the 7. Nice pump just now, too. I mean, wow, ripping. It's loving it. This is like Ethereum's probably going nice. Look at this flag here the cookie just broke out of. And again, it's my strategy. Flag, the 21, the stochastics, and boom. It's going to tell you what's going to happen before it happens. All right. Oh my God, forgot cookie. Yeah. Nitro in there like swimwear needs a dump. Hey. Cookie is like a DAO that lets you look into what's happening on virtual and study virtual coins. It's like a key search engine too, and if you hold more cookie, you get more information. All right. So you see, I got stopped out on BitTineX. You can hear it. You gotta love that. You don't even need to be there. You can have it all running. That's what I love BitTineX. It really does the job. Shout out to everyone that kicked it on the weekend, though. I'm still excited that we got a weekend pump, man, and that we made gains with my call in the trading group. That's exciting, and it just shows if you keep doing what you're doing, it's all good. We just keep pushing. Look at this pump. I mean, this thing. There's opportunity out here every single day. You just got to tell yourself that you're going to find it, and you will. Let's take a look at crypto rank here. Chain GPT, people starting to view. That was an oldie but goodie. Sweet back to 361, but looking nice. Pyth got hammered, but man. Of course, Hyperliquid, Aptos, World, Solana. Bear Train back in the mix again, maybe on a swing it. Virtual's been my baby at 211. I see it just consolidating for a bigger pump coming. Only a matter of time. People like it. It has too big of a use case. Distribute AI, that's a new one on the left. DIS, we can look at that one. Cantina Labs, a new one there too. Hedera. Hyperliquid, Layer Edge. These are the most visited coins in the last 7 days too as well. No coin. No. Solix. So 3D Pass, some new coins you may never have heard about. I never heard about 3D Pass, Distribute AI, and Solix. So there you have some new coins on the radar. Boxcat, Crypto Stocks AI. Really? Blockchain Service, MVP. Wow, Cookie is just absolutely gone. That thing is gone. And yeah, Bitcoin kind of slumping around now here, and you see what I'm looking for, just that consolidation. That consolidation for BTC. Let's go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour just pumped really hard away from the 21-day moving average, right? We got the scalps that we could, but it seems to be slowing down. So let's just, throughout the night, I wouldn't mind if we just see a little flag here on the 1 hour. Just something like this, 6-7 hours of sideways price action. I show up tomorrow morning, and we're in a flag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, something like this, and we're ready to rock. Almost need to keep this on with alerts. Wake up early, because you could miss the actual perfect entry tomorrow. It might be 6 or 7 a.m. when we start the pump. So I'd watch this flag with the 21-day moving average in the 1 hour. That's what I'm looking for. And if that completes, then I'm scalping again in the morning, and we go from there. TA on Toshi, please, says my man. Let's take a look at Toshi. I mean, Toshi's pumping. Look at that. I mean, that flag that Bitcoin broke out, and then now everything's just saying, okay, Bitcoin's above key areas. It's not going to dump now. Now I can rip. I wouldn't be surprised if Toshi pumps all the way to 0.0007314. That would be my bigger target, but the next target is there. A lot of chunk at 0.0007016. But I see this flag breaking out and it pumping. But you do you. Yeah. Toshi has been so slow compared to my other trades. Hey, things take time. I know ZBCN does not stop. It just continues to rip. Yeah. Now this thing looks like it's going to rip. That looks like rippage right there. That's why I like BitNX too. Like if you really want to get in quick, you just kind of like figure out where you're at. Make sure you hit this exact button so you're there, and just, you know, you don't want to chase too much on a Friday night though, but they can move your stop, move your take profit, and you're just in the trade already, ready to go. All right, and there you have it. I mean, you can't beat that. That's what I love BitNX. That's the true reason. I mean, look how fast I entered that trade, and because I like to stop loss. Other people, they just get in no stop loss. They don't care, but I gotta have that proper risk management. Yeah, anytime Ondo's under $1, that's a big steal. Time to take a nibble. The 3-day chart looks good on the bigger time frames. Everyone follow me at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. You can see the stakes that we had yesterday. You know, hey, Memorial Day weekend stakes. And thank you for anyone that asked the hottest altcoins. Let's see if there's any hot altcoins. I asked this MROC, somebody said, and some of the stuff could be complete garbage, so just be careful. We got Dog. A lot of people like Caspa. A lot of dogs. Hype, AGRS, or only 1,000x coin out there, in my opinion. AGRS, if you want to take a Google. Never heard of that one. G-Fall, wow, someone out of nowhere. Dog again. So Dog got a lot, you know, of all the coins, Dog gets a lot of love. Another Dog there. Anti-Rug, Cardano, Velo, Ondo, and this got like, I don't know, so many comments. Ondo, Wild, Ohm, Fartboy, Colin, Pepe, Anti-Rug, Dovu. ZBCN, of course, gets a rating there. Anti-Rug again. Wow, now that guy who closed the short, so he's now short 1 billion for Bitcoin with a liquidation price of 110. Now he closed the short. This guy's losing tons of money on those big ones. And to everyone that lost an American, moment of silence here for Memorial Day weekend. I know it will be tomorrow, but thank you for your service. May God bless all the lost heroes out there that made America free. Amen. That's a crazy picture, man. It hits hard, really, right? When you think about it. Could be some young kids that never had it, that won't be able to see their dad like me and you can. So, and the moment you claim your divine powerly inwardly, everything begins to shift. I'm 100%. I'm telling you, that's the truth, and I stand by it. 100%. 100%. Bitcoin conference is trending. Are you going to be there? Are you going to trend with the Bitcoin conference? The whole world's watching. Are you going to be there? Or are you going to let it slip past you and say better luck next year? I'm telling you, the only time is now. The world's largest conference starts in less than 2 days. Let's set a Guinness World Record for Bitcoin Magazine, man. It's going to be official. Official. We'll make the current financials available. You're funny, right? Hey, I believe so. Bitcoin's going to start moving at the speed of light, lightning, super fast, right? Wow, 500 women are attending the Women of Bitcoin brunch. That's huge. That's a big deal. Shout out to Natalie for doing that too. That's awesome. Wow, it's happening. They're already starting to get things set up, man. Wow, they have one more day of setup and then people are coming. Only 3 days until the Bitcoin takes over Las Vegas. Wow, I'm starting to get a little excited here when I see this. And it's funny, I always fly in Monday and I do the 3 days. It's the first time I'm not doing the 3 days. And watch, I'll probably be like, dang, I should do the 3 days this time. But every time I do it, I go there and nothing happens on, they call it industry day, the first day. Usually nothing happening. You know, I don't know anyone's going to talk. I don't know if we can see all that, but I should save the sats. You guys are funny, man. Tech Valley delegation from UA participates in the world's largest Bitcoin conference. It's going to be a big deal, man. We come in peace and proof of work at the Venetian. I'm so amazing that it's going to be inside the Venetian. You don't even have to get an Uber from your hotel room. It'd probably take you 10 minutes to get there. The hotel's so big, but that's okay. It's going to be amazing. You got JD fans, Ross Albright, Eric Trump, Donald Trump. I'm just excited, everybody. You can tell I'm excited. So back in the next trade, we're starting to pump again here after we scalped the first one. Up another 11%. I told you I'm the king at 3%. No one makes 3% faster than me. I'm telling you, I do it all the time. I do it immediately. This thing is ripping. 109.99, 58, 585. This thing started to pump out the flag. We got it at almost the exact precise time. Could really read the way those Stokes are pushing up. That's how I was able to get $72 in under about 2 or 3 minutes. How to make $75 in under a couple minutes by the Crypto Lifer. $77 win right now. You gotta love that. And shout out to anyone that anyone made gains during this live stream today. Put a 333 if you made gains during this live stream and you're banging on them to the upside. We already went over AAVE 2, so it's pumping. We nailed that one. Bang, bang, bang. And getting ready for tomorrow, there's going to be massive moves. Shout out to my elite. Shout out to everybody here in the trade. Yeah, wow. And the learn in the Satoshi social room. That's crazy. So there's tons of stuff going on Tuesday. I don't know why. I guess I'm just missing the first day. And shout out to the 333. Look at all these people that make gains while I'm here. And that's why everyone says, how come my stream doesn't pump like you? How come our channel's not growing like yours? I'm like, do you actually help people in real time? Can they learn from you? And do you have a skill, an actionable skill you can teach in real time? If not, then I just know, I don't know. I can't, our channels aren't the same. You have some type of different business model that I don't understand. Yeah, Rob's a great guy. So with that being said, everybody, I'm going to let you guys all cook for the night. I know you want me to stay all night long, but it is Sunday night. You got Memorial Day weekend. We went over everything. I got you ready. I got the pump pumping. You want me to stay all the way to 110,000 just because you want to see it? I know. But I feel like I've done enough. Have I done enough? Have I done enough? Let me know. I'll ask you people, have I done enough tonight or should I give you more? For a Sunday, did I work hard enough for a Sunday? 2 live streams, almost 3 hours of live streaming in one day. Doubled up, bang on them. Gave you live trades, talked about the trade this morning. What else can I do? Let me know. Do the difficult things while they're easy and do the great things while they are small. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step, 100%. Every single time, every single day. Eventually you get into the groove. He's like, came late, made 30 cents. Plenty, bro. Thank you. Blow under the candle. You're the best. Thank you, Sammy. Hey, shout out to all the beautiful super chats that came in tonight. I just want to say thank you. You people are amazing. $117 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you for doing that. Every time someone gives to the channel, supports, writes a comment, shows up, hits the like button, or subscribes, I am greatly, greatly, greatly grateful and just enthused. So thank you so much to every single one of you that continues to help this channel move. And we're on our way to 97,000 subscribers. It's going to be a big milestone. I can't wait when we get there. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Cookie is cooking at the speed of light. This Bitcoin trade is ripping up and now 17%. Hey, we'll see. Move that stop loss to break even again on a sketchy Sunday night and just see where it goes. Keep taking what the market gives you and don't give anything back. That's how I do it. Everyone, thank you so much for giving. I appreciate you. I love you. And I'll see you all tomorrow for another beautiful, amazing, and awesome live stream. We start off the week again Monday. We just begin our week like we do. Ready to rip, ready to go, ready to make it happen. So shout out to all of you. I'm super excited again, as I say, to start off the week tomorrow. And what a great weekend. Thank you so much. And I'm happy to share this pump with you. I'm happy we got this move back up. I love seeing Bitcoin do damage. Long-term Bitcoin supporter. Anytime it pumps, I'm happy. And let's see what happens with the trade that we just made. Looks like we might get some more out of this one to 110,340. I love you all. Thank you so much. God bless. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much. Crypto is life.